Alright folks, the Time Bomb is back here with you, and today we are in the presence of musical greatness. I was quite appalled that I did not see this album up until this point. I've reviewed almost everything that I have on my shelf, and just now I'm noticing this CD that I bought a couple weeks ago. It's inspired a generation. It was groundbreaking when it first came out, and it is still turning heads and turning up iPods and Discman all over the world. 1991 release from quite possibly one of the greatest grunge bands of all time. Nevermind by Nirvana. This is one of my personal favorites. It doesn't matter what mood I'm in. I can always toss this into my CD player or in my truck or in my room and just listen to it. The obvious, this CD made famous Smells Like Teen Spirit. One of the greatest grunge songs of all time, or as Kurt Cobain liked to call it, pop. Other songs on here that people would know are In Bloom, Come As You Are. Well, I guess it would be the entire album, because fans of Nirvana would know everything from Bleach, their debut, from this one, and from In Utero, which is their 93 release, I believe it was. But yeah, there's no singles. Every song off of the three albums any Nirvana fan would know off by heart. But if you don't have them, if you don't know them, it Smells Like Teen Spirit, In Bloom, Come As You Are, Breed, Lithium, Polly, Territorial Pissings, Drain You, Lounge Act, Stay Away, On a Plane, and Something in the Way. Which, by the way, that last song there, if you do buy the actual album, there is a secret track on that from Something in the Way. It goes, I think it's like a 12-minute long song or something like that. But yeah, I love every single song on here. That's just the way it is. On a Plane is amazing. In Bloom, Come As You Are, like these songs inspired. I was 1 year old when this album came out actually, so I didn't grow up in the time when this would have been really relevant to the culture. Like nowadays it's relevant, but not as relevant as it would have been back then. But I still think that kids my age and younger still appreciate this album just as much. Well, no, I shouldn't. They don't appreciate it as much anymore because the band isn't alive. Well, okay, the band is still. Well, I guess it's not technically alive, but Kurt Cobain isn't alive. But Dave Grohl and all the other guys are still alive and kicking. But Kurt Cobain is a master as far as any sort of music went. I personally think whatever he touched turned to gold, kind of like the Midas touch sort of deal. And it's actually cool because if you open up the inside, it actually shows you how. I'm not actually sure what the point of this thing is. It's this little. I don't know if it. I'm not honestly too sure. But if you take a look on the inside, I thought that it meant how the song, you see that right there? I don't think you'll be able to read it, but that's just, at the very end of it, it goes, it's from the, where does it go? Oh, okay, maybe it's, because it's got the chorus from Smells Like Teen Spirit on here, because it goes, I feel so stupid and contagious, here we are to entertain us. I should probably read this over at one point in time to figure what the hell it's actually saying. But yeah, this was... And I don't want to downplay Nirvana's relevance. They were a phenomenal band, one of the greatest of our time, but they were not the original masters of the grunge movement. I don't actually have a CD from them, but if you want to check out the true masters of grunge, check out a band called Mudhoney. They've got some phenomenal stuff. They came out in the late 80s. So a lot of people credit Nirvana for being the godfathers. They are the godfathers, but they did not originally pioneer the sound of grunge. Though actually Neil Young is being credited as the godfather of grunge, but Mudhoney did do the original sound of it. But regardless of the fact, Nirvana, one of the greatest bands of all time, Nevermind has been listed as one of the albums that you should listen to before you die, and you should definitely check this out. If there's any album I can recommend on my review for you guys to listen to, it is Nevermind. Peace.